Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our Pyanodons playthrough. In this episode, we are finally going to be improving our iron build. We'll need to work on nickel plates after that, and then we can finally make nichrome, which is a big element of some of the more advanced pieces we need for circuits. I did do a couple things since the last episode, one of which was finishing out our cotton guts build. Let this run for a while. We finally got plenty of cotton gut studs. We've got that building up to 200 of them. I also built a moon drop facility inside of the cotton gut building just to make sure that we have plenty of moon drops available. This produces 0.4 per second. Pretty similar to the build we've used before. It just uses soil and hydrogen and water. And then the seeds that are produced by the moon drops as well, and that goes out into a provider chest or a storage chest, and then that gets used along with the tree seeds to make cotton guts. The overall rate here is 0.18-ish, and that goes into this requester chest, which then is provided to the network. So we will be using cotton guts for PyScience, which we're actually closer to PyScience than you might think. So PyScience requires plastic bars, which there's a much better recipe that we'll do once we start PyScience. And then poor alien sample, glassware, we already have that stuff. Neuroprocessor, which is pretty expensive. This will be the hardest part. We already have a lot of these pieces. Surmet's pretty easy, but these printed circuit substrates are a little bit of a pain. Mainly because of this bakelite stuff, but we've got everything we need for that. And then etching solution comes from lard, phosphoric acid, sulfuric acid, hydrogen peroxide, which needs nickel plates, all sorts of stuff. And then we need this solidified sarcoris and perogen, both of which come from cotton guts, and a couple other tricky things like cytostatics, which again is all stuff we have, but overall very expensive. And then flavonoids requires yadols, which is another fungus thing that we haven't gotten yet. So we will need to automate yadols before PyScience, but everything else is just a matter of intermediates, which is nice. So let's pull up our iron build, because we are going to do this first, just to further improve our iron efficiency. So just like before, we need 6 jaw crushers, which we already have all of these running. And we already have the stone output figured out. Then we need 4 screeners. So this is where things are going to change. So I'll put, we'll do this. We'll move kind of our molten iron section, and then I'll put another building here. And this will be the one that works on the processed iron. So we'll have the processed iron come up in the left side here. We'll need 4 screeners, which I think can fit 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And so the processed iron will run probably just along the middle here, like so. And then we will need our outputs, which are pretty slow, so I think a regular inserter should be fine, because those total out to 1 per second of various processed grades. I think it's grades 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So then that will all be output. And then we've got some interesting kind of processes. So grade 3 goes down to grade 2. Grade 2 goes down to grade 1. And then all of the grade 1 put together goes into iron ore dust. And I'm just making sure none of those show up again. So it looks like we can just kind of do one at a time here. So we will need 2 impact crushers Let's see, we'll move 1 square over. Yeah, I think this will work. Maybe not. I'm just trying to think of the easiest way to fit all of this in here. 2 impact crushers, 2 secondary crushers. And then we need 5 ball mills. I'm going to try to fit all of that in this building. Maybe we'll do this. I think we can fit everything perfectly in there, and then it'll come back out. And then we'll have the 5 ball mills maybe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll output the iron ore dust there. I think that should work. So then this will come down. We'll have output priority right will be grade 1 of iron ore. So that means everything else will come out this side. We do need to filter the other 2 so that it's on separate sides of the belt. So grade 2 iron versus grade 1. And this one, move over a little bit, produces grade 2 as well. So we need the output from this. Move this down a square. Because we need the output from this to also be input priority for the grade 2 overall. And then I think this will do what we need it to do. So everything is going to be on the left side of the belt from these. I think that should be okay. Yeah, total output of 4. So everything's on the left side of the belt. And then we've got, essentially it'll be on this bottom side. Let's focus on grade 3. So grade 3 will be on the bottom side of this belt, which we will have go into these crushers. And then grade 2 will come out, and that will need to be on the left side of the belt as well, which is the top here. Top side of the belt. Okay, so then grade 2 input priority. We'll also be gating grade 2 from the crushing. And then that will all go on the top side of this belt, which will be input into these 2 buildings. And then these will output grade 1 and gravel. So gravel we will need to get rid of. But the rate, I guess we'll do fast inserters. 1.5 is a little sketch just because they're not always going to be swinging 2 at a time. So then we'll have this come out here, and then we'll have to do something different with the gravel, so we'll put gravel out to the right. That will just come out this building. We'll send that outside. I think this one looks like it's only stone, so we will have to maybe just actively provide away the gravel or something like that. I'm fine with that. Okay, so gravel's taken care of. And then we want input priority left because we want to use the grade 1 from all of this first. I also need to make sure grade 1's on the correct side, which it looks like it is on the left side. Yeah, okay. So altogether, that gets me 3.6 grade 1, which will then come along these buildings. And these need 0.75 and produce 0.75. So that's easy enough. And then we'll put the output on a belt, which will go out the side of the building. output, 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 and output. And we might as well put that all on one side of the belt, just in case it matters later, because it's only 3.6. So then that comes out here. And now we need another building for hydro classifiers. Unfortunately, I might need 2 buildings for this. We'll see if it all fits. And then we'll need water as well. I can always bring in the water from outside if that helps. Can I fit... Yeah, I don't think I can fit 10 of these. 4, 2, 3... Oops. Or maybe we can do this. I don't know. It's pretty sketch. Because there's a lot of liquids going on here. So... closest we could have it is probably there. And then we probably need 3 spaces in between. But I only need 6. So we can do that. And then that outputs iron pulp, which needs to be processed in a single hydroclassifier. Or, sorry, hydrocyclone. And then we need 4 hydroclassifiers dealing with the iron slime, which also has 2 inputs, and tailings as an output. So maybe we can do this. Can this all fit? This is the question. I'm gonna try it. It looks like we're close. These probably need to be not aligned, though. So I'll move these down a square. Because if they're not lined up, then the liquids might work out properly. So then we've got iron dust coming in. And iron dust will need to come up the side here. So let's focus on liquids first. Okay, and then this stuff. Let's see if we can manage to not overlap anything. Okay, connected, 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 connected. These need an underground. And then this one needs a connection. But that messes with this input, so it needs to be more like that. This one needs to be connected to the iron pulp one, which can be like that. Except then the water's messed up. The water can be connected out on this back end. And then the iron slime, or iron pulp 1, can be connected here, I guess? Or just like that. There we go. Because these are all connected. Except these 2 need to be connected to the iron pulp. So let's do that, and then that will work out better. And then this one's going to be an issue for the belts. So... So I guess we'll just move this up again. Yeah. That just works out nicer. Because then there's 4 squares, which the belt can go over. So I think this is going to work, actually. We shall see. but I think we've got all of the iron pulps connected. And then all of the iron slimes connected. Slime, 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 slime connected to the two on the right. The two on the right are connected to pulp. All of those pulps are connected to this. These buildings need a water input, which we can put on the backside. I did need that. Okay, water is all connected there. These need water and the iron slime, and then tailings needs to be output. So connect up the tailings. The water needs to be connected on these guys in the back, which I can do an underground on the back end for water. Connect it up like so. And honestly, I'll connect that water back here too. That seems like a easy place for the water connection. So I think all my waters are connected up. Tailings are all connected up. And now iron slime needs to be connected from the back here, which is this one. Iron slime. I think it's called iron slime. Yeah. Okay. I think that should do it. Now these 5 buildings have a physical output, which is called slimed iron. And do any of the liquids need priority? I don't think so, because they're 2 completely separate liquids. So if the slimed iron ever backs up from one of them, it'll get used up by the other one first, so I think it'll auto... This is one of those auto-balancing things. I don't think it'll ever jam. But I've said that millions of times and been wrong about it before, so hopefully I'm not wrong about it in this case. And then I will want tailings to be output. The rate is actually fairly decent, so we will do one of the bulk transfer pipes there. And slimed iron, slimed iron, slimed iron, slimed iron, and slimed iron. I think that does it, and we even have room in this building for the water. Which, unfortunately, and I don't think I can do Pump Jack Mark II yet, can I? Pump Jack. Nope, we need red circuits. So we need 400 water per second for all of this, which is actually 2 pump jacks worth. And I can't see that fitting in here, because there's just not enough space. Unless I go completely between these 2 buildings. I think that would be enough space, but then I'm blocking all these pipes and belts, and I'm not seeing how that could be possible. This one could move back a square. I could condense this to only needing maybe 3 squared. Even then, I don't think it fits. Can I move this one back a square? I don't think I can. Let's try. Maybe I can, because the water could come from this side. We just have to connect this to some sort of water input. And then the tailings could just come up this way. we'll change where we're outputting the tailings. And then the belt can maybe come underneath here. We're gonna try to make this work, folks. Oh man, there's no way this is gonna work. Maybe. So even if I move this back a square, where are we gonna put everything? We'll try it, but I don't think this is gonna work. Because the water works fine back there. And then this... Yeah, because then that doesn't leave room for the iron slime. And the pulp. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Can I make this work? So the slime works fine back there. We could even get an underground going right here, which allows for the belt to work properly. But then the iron pulp isn't connected up. And we need an extra square on this one. For that to work. But then the water connection, this is just getting more and more complicated. Then that gives water connection issues for this building. Could move this back a square and connect up the slime there, or even back here. I just need to figure out how to connect the water, actually. I could do something like that. Then we have an issue with underground belt. Okay. The slime is still all connected. But now we've got an issue with iron pulp not being connected. Which needs to be here. And then are we back to the same issue with water? Yeah. Dang it. We're so close. I feel like we should be able to do this. I've worked so hard at this point. I will not accept no for an answer. I mean, we have elbow pipes, so let's just do that. That'll be easier. And then we actually have an issue here, too. Guess we can just do that. And then there we go. Water's connected up. And how do we connect the water hereabouts? That's actually a problem. Maybe I can go all the way around. Which looks crazy. But it just might work. No, it won't, because... Oh, wait, I have an idea. This is so ridiculous. We'll use a diagonal inserter to keep the belt going. Oh my gosh. Well, if it's dumb and it works, it isn't dumb, right? That's what they say. So water, I believe, is all connected up around the edges now. So now we just need to connect this water to this water. Okay, now I did mess up the iron slime though, but that's an elbow pipe, so that works still. Okay. So the iron slime is connected, or I mean iron pulp is connected, connected, slime, I'm just rechecking all my connections. Slime is connected, and connected. And the slime, are we ever connecting it back? No, we're not. So the slime needs to be connected all the way across the buildings. I guess we can do this. And another elbow pipe. I try to avoid elbow pipes when possible, but doesn't seem possible. Didn't I just craft one? Huh. I guess the pipette crafting thing doesn't work right. So I think that does it. Now we just need inserters for these buildings, which I'm hoping will all work out. The input rate's 0.6, so I don't really have to worry about how we arrange inserters, as long as they're connected to the belt somehow. Which, this one can just drop there, and there we go. And then the other problem that I just thought about is the output. Maybe this will be the output. Man, what a mess. This is this is not my finest work, I will say, but it will work, I think. Okay, so the slime rate, slime to iron rate is very low, so again, really any combination of inserters on these will work. Okay. That building's good, that building. 2, 3, 8, 4. Okay. And then we'll put that in a chest, and then that chest. We'll just have one square, and slimed iron will be output. Holy cow, that was pain in the butt. I probably should have done something differently, but I'll take it. It works. I think. Yeah. I think I've got everything set up. Tailings output, that's what we didn't do. Tailings output can be where? I'd really like to not just sinkhole the tailings, because that would be a lot of tailings waste. Can I attach an underground somewhere? And we're going to be outputting 80 tailings per second. So I can do a pipe here. That messes with this though. Can't do an underground here. Wow, I have really filled up this area. I feel like my best bet's here somehow. So that can be an elbow pipe. Or I can just connect to a different part of the water. Because I can do an underground here and do that instead. Okay, and that still connects to water. And then... So if I go around here, that'll be a 5 in a row square that the underground belt can't reach. So... and we go to the side like this. Actually, that will work still. So then... oh, but that gets mad about the water there. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Okay. And it's always going to get mad about the water, so we need a T-junction. Here. Like that. And then the belt situation... you guys are gonna laugh at me, but I'm gonna do this again. That actually won't work here. Dang. So you can't reach far enough, and if I put it there, it can't drop in the right spot. It can't drop right here. Oh my gosh, this is a nightmare. Okay, let's see. There's gotta be a way to do this, I believe. Okay. So everything's connected, we just need to get an underground over there. What about this? It messes with this water, but is the water connected on this side? It's connected around that side. And then is it connected on this side? It is. Wait, did I hook up the water? Both ends. Let me flush all this real quick. No, okay, this one's not getting water. Okay, this one is though. And why are we not getting water? So that's here. Oh, I think I can actually fix this. We just need another elbow pipe here. That's not an elbow pipe. And now we've got water. And then we'll move this back a square. And then tailings can be attached here. Then we need our other elbow pipe. And there. And then that inserter needs to be placed. This building has no inserter, fortunately. And I fix this. Oh, this has been a journey. You know, I really should have just pumped in the water from outside. You guys are probably watching and you're like, oh my gosh, Krydax, I'm so bored. Okay, so we need to fit now an inserter here. It's amazing how it can come down to one square. I can do that. And then this underground has a bit of an issue. But it'll work as long as we're on the right side here. we'll just make sure these are all on the correct side. So that is an output, that is an output, this has an output, this has an output. Or... oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. These buildings don't need outputs. What am I doing? It's just these 4 that need outputs. And this one. Okay. Never mind, we didn't even need that. Alright. I think that is good. And then we will have our tailings output. Holy cow. That was some amount of effort, I will say. But the good news is, because of that effort, I can keep this set up and just switch over to unslimed iron recipe. And instead of the processed iron coming from the bottom, we will have unslimed iron coming from the top. So we'll move the borax coke line over, and then we'll have slimed iron come in from the top. So this will go over to here. Slimed iron comes out the side. I forget which side. Oh no, it's coming out the chest here. So then this inserter can just place to the left. Perfect. And then that will come in and down. Perfect. Okay. And then we no longer want processed iron in there, but that comes up here. Unfortunately, my gravel's kind of in the way of all of this. We'll just move this up 1. Okay. So let's see if this all works the way it's supposed to. Although that messes up this, so then this needs to be moved up 1 too. So that those things are still lined up. And then we can just make this a longer grabbing. That should work. Okay. Let's see if all of that works. Oh my gosh, that was insane. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Maybe you enjoy watching that kind of challenge, and maybe you spotted something I didn't. I'm sure there were multiple solutions, but that felt pretty prohibitive in there. Trying to fit everything in. This seems to be working so far. We've only got grade 1 coming out here. And then the gravel's going away. And our grade 1 is being turned into iron dust. Sweet. Iron dust is going out into the next building. These all seem to be running, at least the first few. This guy's running. And our iron slime guys are running. And unslimed iron is showing up over here. Sweet. And then tailings, we already have an output, I think. Don't we? No, we don't. Interesting. Okay. So tailings, we will want to output, I guess, in the bottom right here. We can just connect it up to that one. So we need an input pipe here. And we'll connect this up. Okay, and then unslimed iron goes down here and makes more molten iron. So, there is a slight problem with the casting units, though. So in this Helmod chain, you can see that we actually need 3 casting units for the full amount of iron. Now, I will say that we're never going to get 24 on a single belt, and I think a single belt is enough, so I'm just going to get 2. And we only need 7 basic oxygen furnaces, so I can delete this furnace, and then we can try to fit 2 of the casting units up here. And then we'll be good to go. So we'll get that done. We'll figure out how to fit 2 casting units. I'm sure that's doable. Yeah, we can put 1 maybe right here and 1 here. Connect up the molten iron. That is hot air. Oops. Iron's here. Hot air will be here. And then we'll have 2 loaders unloading, going out. And then some inserters grabbing the borax, sand casting. And that should do it. And did I disconnect something when I deleted this building? I don't think so. So there we go. So then this will also, one of the main reasons I did this is it will allow us to produce our 15 full iron per second and still have leftovers for stainless steel, regular steel, this thing, iron niobium alloy. So, because we do need molten iron for other things, I figured it would be valuable to improve our iron, so that way we're always going to be able to produce 15 iron per second along with steel and other things. Because the way it was set up, when we were out of steel and iron, we were actually having some throughput issues. So now I'm not really worried about spending iron or steel at all, because those things just got a lot cheaper. And yeah, so I think that's it. We've done it. We're not getting a full 15 iron per second, probably because my iron mines are not full coverage here, so let's fix that. And then we'll call it an episode after that. It's been a bit of a long one just because of my struggle to make things compact, which is not necessary, but I enjoy it. It's kind of a fun challenge to see if you can fit something inside of a building. It's kind of a waste of time because I could have just easily put the 2 pump jacks, you know, inside the larger factory building. So hopefully you weren't too bored watching that. I had a fun time trying to make it work, but it turned out to be more difficult than I expected. I will say that much. Okay, and that should get me, yeah, 21 per second, so we're going to be fine on that. It's roughly balanced on the left and right side. So yeah, now we're not going to have to worry about iron or steel for a long time, and my journey towards stainless steel will be a little bit easier because we already have molten steel automated, and now we'll have plenty more molten iron to make that happen. So we'll probably try to fit stainless steel up here. I'm trying to think if that's doable. Let's take a quick look. Molten stainless steel. We're mainly just going to import all of this, actually. So we really just need a single smelter, molten steel, and then we will import the aramid fiber as well. So yeah, we should be able to fit this in here. And maybe I'll put that on the list for next episode, because we're pretty close. We just need nickel plate. So once we do nickel, we'll do stainless steel. Stainless steel after nickel. And then we'll do nichrome, and that'll be 2 of the more complicated metals that we need for moving towards advanced circuits. Sweet. Okay, well, I think that's pretty much it for this episode. So I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you all next time.